clean man, very hard-working person. He has cleaned the entire block, and he has even cut the grass around. He wakes up in the morning and just does cleaning. And after breakfast, he does a lot of cleaning. He even washes his clothes. And he's very jovial. After a while, they came to tell me, Mheshimiwa, your friend is sick. I said, what do you say? No, these days he's very dull. He's very dull. We talk to him. He's not talking. And he's saying he's in pain. And the doctors have come. They have examined him. Now the doctor is saying that he's pretending, that the man is pretending. What would happen when a doctor came to the detention? He would go and see Matiba, and then he would also come to see me all the times. So this is kind of saying that this doctor is saying Matiba is pretending, but they themselves believe that this man is seriously sick. And this took days, if not weeks. When I heard this, the only medium you have there are toilet papers they give you. So I used the toilet paper to write a note to Ida, inform Edith that Ken is sick in the hospital. And that Askari, a Kenyan patriot, is now retired. His name is only known as Mwangi, I would say that. Well, there are so many Mwangis, you can't find him. He is the one who took that note to Ida, and that's how Ida informed Edith that Ken was sick. When they heard that now the news was out that Ken was sick, that is when he was brought to Nairobi Hospital and registered as Mr. Muchiri for treatment. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I believe strongly that what caused the stroke in Matiba was preventable. If action would have been taken early, Matiba would not have suffered a stroke. This is the truth that must be said. Eventually, the rest is now history is known. Ken suffered a stroke, was taken eventually to London. You heard what Lord Owen said in London. And he suffered a second stroke. We went to see him there. I was in exile with Charles Robia. All the times he would call me when I was living in Oslo to go and be with him. We would walk around Hyde Park. Edith would prepare food for us. So there are a lot of things that we share with Kenneth Matiba. I'm saying that we have lost a great hero, a strong person, a man who was strong, who was dedicated, who was committed to principle. If Matiba says we go, we go. When he came back, after suffering that stroke and was now recuperating, then we said we are going to do a demonstration to say we want no reforms, no elections. No reforms, no elections. And on the streets, we came, we met in front of College House. We went through Koinange Street into Kenyatta Avenue. We walked all the way, Parliament Way, Harambee Avenue, up to Electricity House, when they charged. And when they charged, there's one young man who saved Matiba's life. Because the Askari was going to hit Matiba, and this young man put his hand like this and received the impact of that. He was going to hit Matiba's head. That young man is called Captain Lumumba Owade. Later on, Matiba employed him as his security. After that, because Matiba realized that if that gentleman had not been around, he was going to be dead. Captain Lumumba Owade. Unfortunately, he's not here today. But what I'm trying to say is that Matiba was somebody who was prepared to pay the ultimate to bring about change in this country. And he suffered for it. He's paid so dearly. so dearly. But what you can say should be a reward is that now that Matiba has died, and she died when we have a new constitution in our country, we have a reformed constitution, we have new institutions which have been created in our country for good governance. And when you look at this history here, it's not different from history of many other countries. People have to come up and stand up for principle to fight for change. Change does not come alone. Change comes when people commit to bring about change in the country. So what would be the reward for Matiba? The reward for Matiba is that the ideals for which he suffered and has died are achieved. And this is because of this, that after what we have been through in this country, and after we were organized for a long time and realized what is happening to our country, where is Kenya going? When my brother sent a message to me, Uhuru, that we should talk, I said, I'm always ready to talk for the sake of Kenya. And when we met, we sat down and talked for a long time. And we went right to the beginning, the very, very beginning, where it all started. What happened? How did we become Kenya? And when did the rain begin to beat us? And why? And what do we need to do to get Kenya back on track so that we can be able to achieve the Kenyan dream as coined by the founding fathers of our nation? So we sat down and we discussed and said, look, we are having so many countries in one. At the moment, we have a country where if a child goes to do an interview for a job, the moment he or she mentions their name, the name is either a curse or a blessing. You will get that job or not, because of what we have become. We are so divided ethnically. That's why we talked about inclusivity, ethnic cohesion. We talked about divisive elections. We talked about tribalism. We talked about corruption, insecurity, and so on. So if we address those things, then we can bring our country together. And when we agreed, then we said it's now ready to go and announce it to the people of Kenya. And we announced it, and we agreed we will shake hands. That is the handshake. And I believe strongly in what we have signed, what we've agreed on. We are not thinking about 2022. 2022 will come and go. We are thinking beyond 2022. And we agreed that the division that has all the times failed Kenya to achieve the Kenyan dream as coined by the founding fathers must be removed. It will end with us, Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. So that we can bequeath to the future generation a better country. That our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren can live in a different country from the one that we lived in. That Kenyan can walk tall. Kenya is a great country. Kenya has a great potential. You have a youth, you have a manpower, you have got resources. What is lacking is proper leadership that will enable us to realize the Kenyan potential so that Kenya can rise up and become one of the growing nations in the world. I have spoken so much because of my friend Ken Matiba. Fare thee well, Ken. Fare thee well. Pass our greetings to Mzee Kenyatta, to Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, to Pio Gama Pinto, Masinde Muliro, and so on. Thank you very much.